Hey, what's going on, my friends? It's Dave Sharpe. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. And you guessed it, my friends, yet another amazing guest this morning. Leanne is going to be joining us here in just a moment. As with every day, we have a guest who's a client here at Legendary. If you're brand new to the show, we interview regular, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, going through an online education program, acquiring new skills, all ages, races, backgrounds, religions, sexual orientations. It's all welcome here. And we are really happy to have people from all over the world who are looking to simply better themselves. And like I said, Leanne is no different. She's a former nurse who is using digital marketing to reinvent herself online. She is nervous, and that is a beautiful thing. Leanne, with that being said, welcome to the show.
Hey, everybody. But
Good
nervous is an
morning.
understatement.
Where are you calling in from this morning?
I'm in the Mississippi Delta, a couple hours south of Memphis, Tennessee, in farmland.
I got you. Well, I love when people are nervous and are real. You know, Usually being nervous means that you care about something, and so believe it or not, I still get nervous, going on camera, speaking on stages, things of that nature. I just kind of know at this point, because I've done it a few times, that, I'm going to be able to channel that energy into something positive and passionate, and that I'm not going to, nothing bad's going to happen. I'm going to leave that situation with all 10 fingers and all 10 toes and no blood. And actually, I might be better for it. And that's what I respect about you. You're here. You even said that backstage before we came on. This is
I'm
holding yourself
pushing through
accountable.
it.
You're pushing through it. You're holding yourself accountable.
Yes.
And, that's a beautiful thing. I'm so glad that you decided to come on. What motivated you to want to start, an online business in the first place?
Like you said, I was a former nurse, and I've been out of the profession for several years. After we raised our family, I was able to stay home, and to me, being able to stay home, that is a luxury. Because my husband and I have been married 46 years. And,
Congrats.
I've worked and I've helped on the farm. And so to me, it's a luxury to be able just to stay home and enjoy the simple things of life. And when COVID came, I kept wanting to bring in an income, to help my husband and, increase our retirement savings. My husband is always given to everybody except for himself. So that is my why. But anyway, my daughter suggested, Mother, there's remote jobs everywhere since COVID, go on and look. I was looking for something within my nursing. But I just really wanted to get away from that. And I, just like everyone else, I found somebody else with Legendary. And I kind of skipped through it for quite some time. And, I kept running across the same person. So I thought, let me see what this is about. And for $7, what have you got to lose? When I took the 15-day course, I was just blown away. And I
Mm.
knew nothing what a funnel was, all the components. And but the more I got into it, the more I fell in love with it. And so, of course, I immediately bought the blueprints. I didn't have the money for it, so I prayed on it. The next day, I was able to purchase the blueprints and was just astonished at the education you provide.
Mm.
I was overwhelmed, of course, and I'm definitely not tech savvy. But the more I get in it, I know I'm where I should be. I absolutely love it, and now I'm having fun with it.
Good for you.
I
Good for you.
absolutely love it.
What was it that stood out about, what was being taught or said that really, helped you to make the decision that this was something that you wanted to pursue? I mean, there's so many different things out there on the internet and so many different things that one could do. What particularly about this spoke to you?
Number one, the mindset. That the mindset is everything, and the ethics. And then when I went through the compliance training, Just everything about it, Dave. It's every day I get that confirmation, this is the right place to be.
Mm,
I've never seen a community in a workforce like your community. It's just top shelf. So it all stood out. Now, as far as the technicalities, like putting your funnel together and that stuff, I'll be honest, I had trouble with because, well, my problem was I thought I had to consume. I
mm,
did not, as Joanne said, don't do, but it was so new to me. I thought I've got to know it all,
sure.
and you can't. I was so overwhelmed. So then I made a list and I just as prioritized, and I just started knocking it off. And then it started clicking, how to put things together. And I was so shy. I couldn't even go on the one-on-ones to ask for help.
Mm,
Finally, I did. Ryan is phenomenal. And he just makes you feel so comfortable and at ease. And it's like, why haven't I been doing that? And I'm going to go on next week as well for the hot seat. Um, but as a whole, it's outstanding. I sing your praises everywhere I go. I'm telling
mm,
people about it. But the mindset was the number one because I have all the self, limiting beliefs. I'm too old. I'm 63. And I thought, this is for young people. I didn't have social media like TikTok. The other social medias I had Instagram and Facebook, but that's basically to see your grandkids, see school friends, things like that.
mm.
But this is just all new to me, and I just love it.
Yeah. Well, good for you. And it's it's uh it's always a sign of, you know, to me, a sign of personal growth and a sign of somebody who is, you know, just going places to start something new, to give yourself a new challenge. And I think nowadays, working on the internet and learning internet marketing skills is just as good of an opportunity as anything in the brick and mortar world. I think, as you know, being a farmer, and I'm not a farmer, I'm speaking out of context here, but I'm assuming using common sense, it ain't what it used to be. I mean, it's probably harder if it's anything like the mainstream in terms of prices going up, in
Uh-huh.
terms of the cost of labor. I mean, inflation's a son of a gun, um,
Yes.
and regulations, and whether it be global warming or whatever other environmental issues that are affecting crop, finding good help. I mean, this is incredibly hard work, and I know from just
It's labor,
in labor,
and it's
incredible
7 days a week, rain
that
or shine.
365.
Yes.
And so look, I have context from being involved in construction business, and saw what that did to my father, in terms of the beating that it puts on your body, um, the long hours, the being away from home,
Hmm.
and those sort of jobs, albeit they're
Yes.
needed, they're needed. Um, the question is if you were going to start something brand new today, what would you do? And with all the opportunity that's come up across my desk and that's surfaced over the past 15 years since I've been doing this, internet marketing is always at the top of the list. I would always do this over again. I would always learn these skills over again, because there's just nothing that provides the income and the lifestyle that these skills and these core business models that we teach, selling information, courses, coaching, events, or doing affiliate marketing, has provided for me and those who have tried it that I know. So you said that, getting on video and all this stuff has really racked the nerves.
Yes.
Well, how have you pushed through it? I mean, you're slowly growing your social media channels, but you're posting videos, you've launched. That's the first step. How have you pushed through that? So many people
I
never.
laughed at myself.
Good,
If you
great.
can't have fun with it, when I my first video. Now I haven't spoke in any, it's text on screen.
Sure.
But I when I go back and look at myself, I just kind of laugh, that's part of the fun, So
Mm.
I've just pushed through it, and I'll get there.
Yeah, for sure,
I'm
for
that
sure.
determined. And
And the idea, one of the quotes that I heard many years ago was, if you don't laugh at yourself, or if you take yourself too seriously, nobody else will. And that sounds like a saying that you live by as well. You can't take
yes,
yourself too seriously doing this, right?
exactly, exactly.
I think too many people do, and we think that we need to, we think that we need to put out the perfect content, or we think that the whole world's going to be watching us when we post our first videos, and it's like, that's not the truth. The first couple of months is
People don't
going to,
care.
people don't, won't
Don't.
even, yeah, you don't have any followers. It's a great practice grounds for
Yes.
you to practice getting comfortable on video and start testing different things. Have you found that to be true?
It's getting easier. Oh, yes. I'm just trying to, get the nerve to actually speak. I'd like to do it lives, and I have goals, that I'm going to reach. And one of them is to attend the mastermind. That's my next goal. First goal was to be on this. I just had no idea it'd be this soon. And my next is to be, attend a mastermind. And I watch, all the Wake Up Legendaries. I pretty much consume the blueprints. I use what I purchased.
Yeah.
And I just can't say enough good. There's just so much, and there's so much of it I still haven't, even touched all of it yet. But I do use the blueprints, and I refer back, decade in a day,
Hmm.
everything.
That's actually happening right now. We're doing yet another decade in a day workshop today. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's a bi-weekly workshop we put on where we train how to move into a new niche, whether that be, real estate or investing, or, chicken cooping, or cooking. There's all kinds of different niches that, when you see an example of how to move into that niche and build funnels and emails and ads and videos, whether you go into that niche or not, and you certainly can, it gives you a lot of ideas. It
It does, and
simplifies
it
things,
puts it
right?
all puts the pieces. It makes it all click just when you watch that. And I've watched several of them, and I'll come back to them because I would like to go back and kind of beef up my funnel and have a better ebook. Because then I was learning. I just wanted to get it out there. So I'll perfect it, as I go on and become better myself. But
And you
yes, I
gotta
would highly recommend, if you haven't attended a decade in a day, to do so.
and you have to balance between the learning and the launching, right? I mean,
Yes.
there really is. I heard how you had mentioned that a moment ago, that um you have to balance the learning and the launching. But just as Carlos also picked up on, and it is quite a line, right? I mean, hello, hello, hello,
Did I get a hat throw?
hello. I mean, I used what I purchased. Wow.
Yes.
Wow. What a novel idea. I mean, just it's, the reason why I say that is because so many people get almost, ramped up on the purchase of starting something new. But then when it comes time to learn and implement, that's all work. I don't want to do that. I just want to go back to getting excited about something again and starting something new. That's the feeling. That's the
I
phase.
use it daily. Daily.
Good for you. And there's so many ways that you can use this daily, not only going through training and referring back, but also attending coaching calls that we do where you can ask questions live. I mean, I I also am still learning. I also am paying attention to trends and what's going on the internet every single day. You never stop this process. What we cover in
Right.
our training is the foundational things that you need to know, but there's no way to predict the future to tell what's going to come out. I could have never predicted TikTok and the short form video craze that we've been in, as well as artificial intelligence and what you can do with some of these tools. Nobody could have predicted this. It's unbelievable. And so, but the understanding of the foundational principles of marketing have carried me and allowed me to use these new strategies, which is they're really just traffic and productivity strategies. A new social media platform is really just a new traffic source. That's all it is. And
Right.
artificial intelligence is just a new productivity tool. The core foundational elements of marketing, you know, delivering something of value, edutainment, the fishing formula, that whole process, that's foundational. That's the
Yes.
foundational elements of a marketing campaign, and specifically an online marketing campaign using the core four business models. And so everything else, once you get that, and then you get up your set up your funnel in the affiliate marketing blueprint, it's all laid out in a specific way for a reason. I give you the history of the industry. I give you, where it's come from, so you can see how people used to market. And you talk about a luxury to stay home. It's also a luxury to have what we have nowadays with the internet, because people used to use direct mail. There was no internet.
Right.
But yet these same marketing principles still applied. People wrote sales letters. They had follow-up campaigns. They used lead magnets. They just looked different. They were just slightly delivered different. And so these foundational pieces that we teach, then we get into the fishing formula, then we get into compliance, then we get into setting up your lead generating machine, right? Then we get into traffic sources, and we get into copywriting, and then all of the, adjustments and pivots that you do on those core pieces as you go, we cover in ongoing coaching. And then you're prepared for when something new happens, which, God forbid, let us catch up with what's already out there for now, right? We're all still getting used to this short form video thing and this artificial intelligence. But trust you me, Leanne, there will be something new that comes along. But because you have and I have the foundational marketing principles that we learned here in the blueprints and that I teach, that I've used, you can just add those pieces to your business instead of them being confusing and overwhelming and getting lost in internet space, not knowing what the hell's going on. Do you see the internet differently now? Do you see it where maybe for many people, both my age and your age, it's confusing? It's this. Are you more clear now about how money
Yes,
is made
most
online?
definitely, most definitely. And I'm beginning to put on my marketing goggles everywhere I go. Read a magazine, which I don't really watch TV and I don't read magazines, but sometimes I do, and just traveling. But what billboards, whatever. It's funny how you put on your marketing goggles, and I might get an idea to spark something, and I write it down, and then later I'll put my content together around that. But and the good thing about these skills too is they carry forward if you had a brick and mortar. It's not just strictly for this. It's just it's limitless. These skills take you that, like I said, it's limitless. And if you have any other kind of business, they apply to that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Um, I love that you brought up the marketing goggles. I can tell that you've been listening, and I can
Oh
tell that
yes, I
you've
listen
been,
every day.
it's been a while since I've done my marketing goggles impression there, but it's just, man, it's like putting on a pair of glasses, and suddenly these glasses give you almost like X-ray vision to be able to see through the marketing that happens everywhere around us, and it's all marketing all the
Yes.
time. Everything that you see
I
is
never paid any attention before, but now it's just funny how you everything has changed. You're
Everything's
correct.
changed. Right. Your perspective, right? It was
Yes.
kind of always there, but your perspective to be able to see the marketing, the unbelievable, ongoing, relentless marketing that happens all around us every single day, um, is, there's
Everything is marketing.
everything.
Like you said, everything.
Yeah. Everything. I mean, from politics to soft drinks to fast
Yes.
food to, probably farming,
Yes.
the way that they market machines in fertilizers and crop. I mean, everything is
Chemicals,
marketing.
everything.
Right, right. It's all, one person says it's great, the competitor says it's horrible, right? And right, it's left to the
Yes.
consumer. That's I mean, we live in a country and in a world mostly, but definitely a country that our country is all marketing. I mean, it's all marketing. And to learn and understand that and how to use that to your advantage is a blessing. It is a blessing. And to be able to use it for yourself, not just to be able to go and get a college degree and be able to use it for another company or somewhere that you work, but also to be able to use it for yourself to become more influential, get paid what you're worth, earn more income, have more income and traffic streams, and just overall improve the quality of your life. Marketing can do that. Now, not marketing alone, right? If you're an entrepreneur, as you touched on, the mindset and the business principles are also important. What has been one of the biggest mindset shifts that you've had throughout this process?
Well, mine was the limiting beliefs. Like I said, I thought, this is a young person's game. I
Mm,
don't feel old, but I mean, I am 63, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be retiring and not doing anything right now, but I'm not that type of person. I can't just sit. I've always been busy, one way or another, whether it's just babysitting grandkids or helping my husband or, some for fashion. But the mindset, I have to say, Dave, is the number one, because if you don't have the correct mindset, um, you can't make it. I mean, you can't. You have to have a positive mindset in that, why can't I do this? I now look at things differently.
mm,
Instead of I can't do that, okay, how can I make this happen?
mm,
Just like you teach.
mm.
Um, that has been the number one, was the mindset. I thought I was too old. I didn't have some of the social media platforms. That's for young people, and who wants to look at an old person? So that was
True.
the number one, just telling myself I can do it. And as I have accomplished, putting just a funnel together, putting all the components together, it's rewarding, it's empowering, and it makes you feel good. And like, I can do this. And when I made my first commission, it's like, oh, wow, this works. This is awesome. But I just love everything about it. But the mindset, I have to say, is number one. You can learn the techniques, if you can learn the techniques, but the mindset, if you don't have that, that's just the number one,
Yeah.
in my opinion. It was for me.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. Mindset is very important. It is everything. It is the foundation, the frame to your vehicle. Yesterday, I talked about having a vehicle. Courses are useless if you don't have a vehicle. You need to get a vehicle. The vehicle is the thing that makes you money. What are you doing? You need to commit to something. You need to start marketing, building an audience, and start promoting products, throughout your main offer, first, second, third helping. Um, the mindset is part of that vehicle. The mindset is also in really you almost can consider it either the frame or the engine. And then the business model is let's just call the mindset the engine. The business model is the frame of the car. you know and then the personal development and ongoing learning that you do is the gasoline that you put in that vehicle. you know And without those pieces, right, it's difficult. If you don't have the mindset, you might have a nice car there, but you can't get it going. And you might
Right.
have a nice mindset, but if you don't have a business vehicle, it's just an engine you can rev it up right there. Man, my engine revs up. It's a V8. It's a big block, whatever. But it's just an engine sitting there. You got to put it in something so it can spin some damn wheels. And then, what do other people do? Well, other people just go and buy endless amounts of gasoline. They join courses and they're always in shiny objects. And they got so much gasoline, they're high on it. It's got red gasoline containers sitting in their garage. And you know what? Some of us have that. You know what they're called? They're called like MLM products and various things that we've bought and different crap that we have. We bought that because, I'm going to, start something new, great personal development. But then it just ends up being gasoline that eventually, if you don't have a vehicle to put it in, it might feel good at first. It's like, oh yeah, I got gasoline. But then it's like, this is useless. You
Right.
got to have a vehicle to put it in. And you got to have the mindset, the engine to get the vehicle going and to keep it going, and that is pretty much what you need. Sounds simple, right? But it's a consistent effort of putting your plan in place and sticking to it. And that's what I love about what you've done. You've stuck to it. You're sticking to it. You're growing. Business is not an overnight success. What advice would you go back and give yourself earlier in the game, knowing what you know now?
Listen to what Joanne said. Uh, learn, implement, learn, implement, and I bottlenecked everything, as Matt said on one of his videos. I just consumed everything. What do you call it? Working on my business, not in my business. And I
Or vice
consumed
versa?
so much, I was just paralyzed. Didn't know what do I do.
Mm,
And so, like I said, make you a list and just conquer one thing at a time. Prioritize it and conquer one thing at a time, and it will. All the pieces will come together more like that. And that's my advice.
mm. That's great
That's
advice.
how. That's why you teach it. There's a reason you teach it the way you do.
There is. And, th- people really have a tendency to, want to stay in that safe place.
Mhm.
That safe place is in that classroom, right?
It's
Because,
comfortable there.
I don't have to take any risk. I
Yes.
just can learn, learn, learn,
Well,
learn,
mine
learn,
was
learn.
more of not that necessarily. It was more that it was so out of my realm
Sure,
that, I felt like, oh, I just don't know enough to launch,
sure.
And I
That's,
don't know if you will ever fully know it all, because it's constant. You learn every day.
yeah.
If you're not learning, you're not growing.
I think that is the exact story that we tell ourselves when we're procrastinating and staying, quote, in school and not implementing is I don't know enough yet.
Yes.
I'm not ready yet. I think you nailed that 1000%. And so I wonder by a show of hands or comments in the comment box, who relates to that? Who relates to that story that you tell yourself? That limiting belief that I'm not ready yet. I just need to learn a little bit more. You know, look at so and so. That doesn't help the comparisonitis.
Right. I did that.
And I tell you, Bobby says me, Kimberly says me, Kim throws up the old deuces. Hello. Paul says, Paul says yes. Lisa says, oh man, they're coming in too fast. Lisa says yes. Teresa says this was me for 1.5 years. Um,
Dave, I kind of looked
Aaliyah
at it like
says so much.
I compared it to when I was in nursing school. You go to school 4 to 6 years, learning, and then when you hit the floor, that's where you really learn. There's so much that they don't teach in the school. You learn by hands on. So
Yeah.
I compare it to that.
Thank you all for sharing with us your honest, identification with that. Leanne, there's been at least 20 or 30 comments that have come in here over the past 1 minute. Okay. You nailed that. You nailed that. I
Well, thank
mean,
you.
just, and that's what marketing is all about, right? It's about learning to get inside the head of your customer. And sometimes the best customer that you can target is who you used to be, right?
Yes.
Your former self, you know,
I
because
find
you,
myself doing that. Like, like you guys say, is that when you create your content, is this something you would stop and take a look at or just scroll by? I apply what you teach, um, or I'm trying to.
yeah, yeah. God, I want to go back to what you said around going to school and then OJT, on the job training. I
Hmm.
mean, traditional education calls it internships, right? Where you basically finish your school and then you go to
Yes.
a job and basically work for free for 2 years or whatever. And then
And
maybe
in
the
the
place.
real life, it's different too than the classroom teaching. I learned that as well.
Of course it is. I mean, because you're dealing with real life situations. I mean, think about
Yes.
how do doctors get trained? How do, paramedics get trained? I mean, you can sit there in the classroom all day long and prepare for the moment where you pull up on somebody in an ambulance and they're dying, but nothing prepares you for that like doing it. And once you do it,
Exactly.
now you have the experience and you do it over and over again. Same thing with surgery. Can you imagine? I've got one of my best friends is a heart surgeon, and I just always am in awe of his what he does, because I
Yes.
mean, I would be an absolute nervous wreck, and I could see myself using that same internal story of, I'm not ready to do my first heart yet. I'm not ready to do my first surgery yet. I need to learn a little bit more. I need to attend a few more. Like I could see myself doing that. But to
Hmm.
him, after doing it for as long as he has, and probably even after the first, few surgeries, you know,
It
it's not.
becomes routine.
Yeah. Now he rides his one wheel into the hospital every day. It's kind of like a scooter. It's like a
Yes.
skateboard with one wheel and you balance on it. Yeah, he rides his one wheel in. He's very laid back. He's very relaxed. If you're around him, you would never ever be able to tell he has such a high stress job. He's just, he's learned how to manage the stress and it's not a big deal to him. And my friends, that will all happen for you and me as well. No matter what we do, human beings can evolve in situations and get comfortable. So, we have to realize that what we're afraid of is not that scary. Even this interview right here today, right? It's like lose sleep, be so anxious. You're wonderful. You're
I didn't
crushing
sleep
it.
all night.
But look at this. You're wonderful. You're crushing it. This is amazing. And we're going to wrap up
You
here
can
in a
see my
moment.
hands.
We're going to wrap up here in a moment and you're going to have absolutely crushed it. And it's like, wow, what was I so nervous about? And it's, yeah, that's always going to be the case on the first one. But I think Leanne and I's message to you all this morning is, you're nervous, and all those people who said yes and identified with the I'm not ready yet. Yeah, that is a story that sounds real in your head, but the reality is that you are ready and that it will get easier.
Well, and when you push yourself too afterwards, it is so rewarding. It really is, and it helps you to keep going because you tell yourself, "I can't do this," and
Mm,
and you'll just grow from there. So I can't wait to really grow.
yeah. What's one thing that you've learned about yourself throughout this process?
uh, that you can teach an old dog a new trick. New skills, rather.
Just busted the back of my hat on that one.
And if you don't use it, you lose it. And I have been out of the workforce, in quite some time. So this has been very rewarding to me. Your brain kind of turns to mush, and it's like, Oh, I've got to learn how to study again. I just can't quit singing the praises. I love it, Dave. I just absolutely love it. And I can't wait to get even better.
Well, we can't wait to continue to sing your praises. And you are
Thank you so much.
one incredible person. Kathy says you're awesome. Great job. Another Kathy says you are a blessing to our community. Love your
Oh, thank
insights.
you so much.
Alice says, thank you for this. We can do this. I'm an old dog too, but this is fun. Judy says your tips are brilliant. Value. Love the vehicle analogy too. Mindset is crucial. Carlos hears you on the you don't use it, you lose it. Becky says she's so cute. Love it. Leanne, you are so refreshing.
Oh, thank you.
Jasper says great start to a great day. Great job and very proud of you, says Eric. I hope you'll go back and take a moment to. Kathy says beautiful person. Michael, so real. Melissa, Leanne, I absolutely love your personality. So comforting, so knowledgeable. Keep it. Kaylin says dump truck of gold.
Oh,
Christopher, great show today. So, Leanne, keep up the fantastic work. Stay legendary, my friend, and come back and see me real soon, would you?
thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for all the kind words, everyone. Thank you.
All right, my friend, you deserve it. We'll talk to you later, okay?
Hey, thank you. Bye
All right,
bye.
bye-bye. All right, my friends, you can find and follow Leanne and her journey over on TikTok and Instagram at the Leanne Affiliate. Okay, the Leeann Affiliate. No spaces, no underscores. The Leanne Affiliate over on TikTok and Instagram. What a beautiful show! What a wonderful way to end the week. If you want to get started with any of the programs, the training that we were talking about here, Liam was talking about, go to legendarymarketer.com/enroll. If you want a complimentary accountability coaching session because you have been taking, training, maybe you've had shiny object syndrome, had a hard time implementing. You may have seen my interview a few weeks ago with Eric and with Bonnie. You will have understood, if you watch those interviews, the power of these individuals, their ability to be able to coach, mentor, hold accountable. We will offer you a free complimentary accountability coaching call with them. And of course, we'll go over the details of our accountability mentorship program. We're so excited about it. As a matter of fact, I literally just got a message from Bonnie about the accountability coaching program. So, matter of fact, you know what? Why the hell not? I'm going to let's see. Oh, window. Okay, here it is. I am going to share it. Damn it. She says, I haven't reached out in quite a while. Just wanted to say hi and hope you're doing well, my friend. This new mentorship program is freaking fire. I'm loving it. Members are loving it. I'm learning so much every day, and so are they. Thank you so much for letting me be part of this. I am so grateful for you. Can't wait to see you on Tuesday on the monthly mentorship call. Have an amazing weekend. This was literally just an internal private message. Bonnie did not know I was going to share this. But why the hell not? It's such a beautiful message. And it's how we talk to each other behind the scenes about you all. And it's also how we talk about how we talk about you all, and how we talk to each other. It's just such a great example. There's nothing but positive, uplifting motivation, love, accountability here, and just a absolute unique desire to want to help you all actually get results with the training that you bought here. That's it. There's no BS. We sell training and we want to get you results with that training. That's it. That's the only reason why we exist. No other reason. No other reason. We're not here. I'm not here to be a guru. As you can see, I don't care about fame online. I mean, my internet marketing strategy as the CEO of Legendary is wake up legendary every day. I'm not out trying to be a guru. I enjoy my privacy. I enjoy being a homebody. I like the lifestyle internet marketing provides. I get invited to speak on stages all the time. All I do is legendary in our clients here. And that's how we speak to each other behind the scenes. And that's how we talk about you. We're fired up to help you. We're fired up to help you take things to the next level. We're fired up to simply help you get results with our training. That's it. So if you want a free complimentary accountability coaching call, then just email me personally. I'll see the email and I'll CC Bonnie and Eric into that email and get you lined up with some free insight, value, conversation, direction. And if the accountability coaching program is right for you, great. If not, I guarantee you the call will be more valuable than any other call you've had, at least this year. We just want you to get results with the training that you've bought. That's it. All right. All right, my friends, if you want to get a quick reminder every morning when we go live, you can go to legendarymarketer.com/wake, WUL, stands for Wake Up Legendary. What that's going to do is open up your Facebook Messenger to a group that you can get a little notification. It's a messenger alert system here on Facebook. Beautiful free tool we use. You can use it as well. My friends, the weekend is here, but that doesn't mean that the hustle stops. You own your own business. There's no days off. Prioritize self-care, prioritize time for yourself, but at the same time, remember the weekend can be a valuable time to catch up on things or get ahead for the next week. Begin to plan, to structure, to organize your business, your content, the daily things that you need to do. If you need to batch create, then do that. Maybe you have some time over the weekend to do that. You can make your week a little bit less stressful. Whatever it is, maybe you need to catch up on some training. Whatever it is, use it to your advantage, man. We got, roughly a little less than a half a year left in 2024. Set yourself up for a great holiday season. Set yourself up for a great 2025. Think ahead. Have a vision. And if you need help with that vision, we're here to help. You want a free accountability coaching call? Email me at dave@legendarymarketer.com, and we're happy to help. All right, my friends, we'll see you back here on Monday for another episode of Wake Up Legendary. Thank you so much, Leanne, for an absolutely legendary show this morning. Get out of here, my friends.